Hey guys, so this is the next set of notes for you. It's Unit 9, Day 7 notes, and we're almost getting to the end of Unit 9. It just happens to be quite the long unit, but these topics aren't too bad. So in these topics, you're going to have two versions, a basic version in ALEKS and an advanced version, where you're going to have to just choose the best graph to fit the scenario. So in the basic version, it's going to give you something as simple as the first example, which says a car slows down as it approaches a stop sign. So when you're looking at the graph, you want to find the one that matches this statement. And notice that it does say that the car is slowing down. So when you think of slowing down, you think of decreasing, right? So that tells me I want to find the graph that is decreasing. And the only graph that is decreasing is that last one. So how did I choose my answer, or why did I choose my answer? Because it's the only graph that is decreasing. That is your basic. The next one is your advanced version of of interpreting the words to make it match a graph. So it says Lucy is hiking toward her campsite at a constant pace. A few miles from the campsite, she sees a snake and turns and runs the other way. So if you think about this, she's walking towards the campsite, and the y value on all of these graphs is the distance to the campsite. Okay? So if she's walking towards it, then she is getting closer to her campsite. So she's walking towards the campsite. We're going to be going decreasing. Okay. But then, so that tells you that we're going to be going decreasing, right? Decreasing because she's walking towards her campsite. And then she turns and runs the other way. Remember, it also says then she turns and runs the other way. Well, if you run the other way, then you're getting closer, then you're getting further away from your campsite. So then it really starts to increasing. It starts to be increasing because you're starting to get further away from the campsite. Okay, and then minutes later it says she sits to rest for a while. Okay, well, if you're sitting to rest, you're not moving anywhere, so you're not getting any closer or any further away from the campsite. So that is at a constant. So which one of the graphs shows that it's decreasing, increasing, and then constant? That would be this one. It goes down. Notice the picture. It goes down, starting first, getting closer to the campsite. And then then she sees a snake and runs back towards or away from the campsite. And then she takes a rest, right? So that one was supposed to be blue. And then she takes a rest and it's at a constant pace. So that's your example of a more advanced version of the problems. And just a couple more examples so that you guys will hopefully understand these of more of the advanced versions. The first one says a bird of prey leaves the nest to go hunting. It flies for several miles away from the nest before stopping to eat. So it flies for several miles away from the nest before stopping to eat. And after eating, it continues flying away from the nest for several more miles. So it continues flying away for several more miles looking for more food. Okay. So then it also stops to eat. You have to say, see in there. So based on this description, when they're flying away and you look at your Y value, it's the distance from the nest. When I'm flying away from the nest, I'm going to be increasing, right? Because I'm flying away from the nest. And then when I stop to eat, I'm going to be constant. I'm not moving anywhere, okay? And then when I fly away from the nest again, or the bird flies away from the nest again, it's going to increase again. So the graph that shows that it's increasing, then flat, and then increasing again would be the first graph, right? Because you have increasing here, flat here, and increasing here. So there's your example of what graph it would be and why. In the last example, it says Greg begins his jogging workout by running faster and faster for about 1 minute. So if I look at what my label is for my y-axis, the y-axis is the speed. So if you're running faster, you're going to be increasing, right? So that tells me that I'm going to be increasing first because my speed is getting faster, right? So I'm going to go faster and faster. And then once he hits a comfortable pace, he runs at that pace for several minutes. So if I run at the same pace, then my speed stays the same, right? So my speed is a constant. Whoops. So I'm going to highlight this. He runs at that pace for several minutes, and that is considered a constant. And then he gradually slows down to stop over the next few minutes. Well, when you're jogging and you're slowing down, that means that you're decreasing the speed, right? Your speed's going down. So that tells you that you're going to be decreasing. So if you look at your graphs, you're looking for one that shows increasing amount of speed, and then a constant amount of speed, and then a decreasing. And the graph that shows that would be the second one. And I'll show you what I mean, right? We're increasing our speed, we're getting faster and faster, and then we're running at a constant speed for a little while. And then we're going to slow down our speed till we come to a stop and we're done our workout. Okay, so that's the graph that shows that. So you got to look at the words, analyze the words, and see where it's increasing, where it's constant, and where it's decreasing, and then choose what graph fits best for that. Okay, all right. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.